Welcome back to the HigherForm podcast. We're here every week having real conversations with leaders, coaches, and everyday people about what it takes to become your best. We know life will test you, and we're here to share practical tips, tools, and relatable stories to help you build the highest form of your life. This week, we're going to answer some questions that we've gotten from our community around personal things, business things, life things, some rapid fire. I'm excited to dive in with you. I am Nick, and
I'm Britni.
And we are back to just do a little Q&A today.
Yeah, I figured it'd be nice to just have this all in one place to refer back to.
Yeah, now that we've been through 25-ish episodes, we've had enough people listen, inquire about some of the different things to get a little bit more personal and business behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So we're excited to dive in and
so far all of our episodes have been maybe covering a specific topic, a conversation, or an interview with somebody. So it's kind of nice to just have a variety of questions that we've been getting and just have it all in one spot. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, we won't hold back anymore. Let's dive in, and we'll start with some personal stuff. I'll kick it off for us here.
Yeah.
How do you personally deal with failure or a setback in business, parenting, or fitness?
So, anytime you have a failure or a setback, you learn something, right? Well, that didn't work, or
Yeah.
that was the wrong choice, or that wasn't meant to be. So I think just sitting in it and just letting it be, and then you adapt or change or, I don't know that that's a deep question, because it's this could be related to so many different things, parenting, business, whatever. So it's whatever you're referring to, obviously something didn't work, so you're going to have to adapt or do something different.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to sit in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
We are humans, and we do make a lot of mistakes. In fact, I'd say that we've had to make a lot of mistakes to have the successes we've had in life, or the things that we're proud of. And like anybody, when we fail, we feel emotion.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have to sit in that emotion for a little bit and just process through, the repercussions of that failure.
Yeah.
But also, we've failed enough to know that we're not perfect, and that one failure doesn't mean it's the end of everything.
Yeah,
You can always bounce back. So I think that personally for me, it's sitting in it, feeling it, processing it, and then moving on and trying not to get too caught up in that mistake or that shortcament.
Yeah, I would think because we've gone through so many different things with starting a business, and we're a young family. We've gone through lots of different failures or mistakes or whatever.
Or setbacks, yeah.
Or setbacks, yeah. And so you kind of just well, okay, let's reassess. That happened. It's okay.
Yep.
What are we going to do?
I talk about this a lot. You either win or learn. And failures, setbacks, mistakes, those are learning opportunities, like you had said.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're hard to wrap your head around, which is why you got to just kind of sit in that for a little bit.
And it's easy to talk about it versus if you're actively going through something, right? And processing through that emotionally. But yeah. What is the hardest sacrifice you made to get to where you are? And was it worth it?
We don't really have much of a social life outside of work. I think that's probably a big one. We have a really small circle. I know that you weren't naturally a big socialite.
I'm not a big partier, and I never was, not even in college. I would go to parties and stuff, but it's I would rather sit at home and watch a movie with some friends. I was
always at a party.
Yeah, see, I'm just naturally a homebody, but with the way business and young kids, how that impacts you, we have an even less of a social life now, and it's because we're just hustling.
Yep.
And then when we're not hustling, we're I need to decompress.
Decompress.
Because we're around people all day, or your kids are just emotionally demanding. And so when you do have downtime, I'm I'm not trying to go out. I'm trying to take a nap or relax or decompress.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a really small social circle, and we're very particular when we do things.
They don't really drink anymore either. I think that was one that has become a sacrifice that actually feels like it's been more of a benefit to us after working through that. Part of going out and socializing is having a drink and, filling in with each other on where your life's at and having fun and dancing and doing whatever things you want. It's just those types of things. In the past, for me, they filled my cup more, but the further we've gotten away from them, the more it's felt like a sacrifice. But honestly, it's it's just a part of what we've recognized we had to trade to get where we want to be now.
Yeah, and I mean my relationship to alcohol is definitely different than yours. I obviously was like pregnant and then breastfeeding for the last like 5 years or whatever, and so I just like hardly had anything. And so I've been off of it for so long that I just like have no desire to even like
Yeah.
have a drink, you know?
Yeah.
But
Well, I
yeah,
think even being in that, I've recognized doing it less that I feel
yeah,
better, you
well,
know?
being hungover as a parent is like a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
100%
don't want
different.
to do it. I
Yeah, because
would
like you don't get to just sleep in the next day. Your kid's still
no.
gonna wake up at 6 and
You
they're
don't want
still
like a
gonna need you to be
pounding
there.
headache.
Yeah.
Like it's not worth it. It's really
Yeah.
not worth it. Yeah. No,
I
thank
think
you.
I think other sacrifices are, I mean, even just like on the social aspect, traveling. Like we haven't gotten a chance to take as many trips and do as many of the things we want
Yeah.
in order to build the life we want because a lot of our finances have been steered back into pouring into the longer term vision we have, you know.
Yeah.
Before we had kids, it was investing in a house. And then it was like, all right, let's spend some years to travel and do what we want. And we've gotten a chance to do some cool things.
Yeah.
But starting a business and having kids, it's really put a damper on that. And we're just now getting back to a point to where we're like, okay, you know, it'd be nice to be
Let's
able
get a
to
family vacation
get,
booked next
yeah, we're talking
year.
about one right now. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
now I think just being able to get out and enjoy some of the things that people typically lean into for their free time and their fun, we haven't had a chance to do as much of that. And
Yeah.
as much as some people will be like, well, you guys got to stop working so hard. You should do this and
Well,
enjoy life. I'm
yeah.
like, well, yeah, but I'm going to have things that I'll forever be prideful of and that will pay off long term by making that sacrifice now.
Yeah.
So I think that that's been a big,
To each their own and
yeah,
how they decide to
yep,
live and go about their life and travel and stuff. But we're
yep,
just in the thick of a young business and young babies, and it's hard to get out sometimes,
yeah,
straight up,
yep.
straight up.
Straight up. How do you balance your roles? Spouse, parent, business partner, fitness professional, all the things.
Is different for you than it is for me.
Hmm.
So for me, every day is like a little different with what my schedule looks like when I'm on mom duty, when I'm here at work. I mean, it's hard to balance, especially when you work
I don't
with your
think balance is the
spouse.
right word. I think juggle is a
How do you
better word.
juggle? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you juggle? I mean, when I'm here at work, I try to stay focused on the things that need to be done here at work, at the gym. When I'm home, I'm momming and focusing on that. And, being a spouse or a partner, that definitely has been hard for us
What we
to.
have done better about was intentionally scheduling times to do that.
Yes, we've been way better lately about like even if we go to brunch together after we drop the boys off before we're like needed at the gym for any appointments or meetings or whatever.
Yep.
We've been like going to lunch or going to brunch or getting a date night in every once in a while. Just getting a little bit more proactive about like putting those into our calendar, which has been really nice to connect outside of work and outside of the home when the kids are home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's juggling it. I don't know. You wake up and you're momming and then you're out the door and then you focus on work and then you leave work to go do this, or I get my workout in at some point here at work, and then it's just every couple hours is like a different me is needed, you
That's
know?
where the commute to and from work has been really beneficial. I've actually really appreciated that we have a little bit
It's
of a
about
commute
20 minutes
with
of
traffic.
driving time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
15 to 20, depending on which way you're going. If you're picking the kids up, an extra
yeah.
15 minutes on that. But
Yeah.
the commute has been crucial for me because it gives me a window of time to intentionally reshift my focus to what hat I need to have on.
Yeah.
The one that I take the most pride in, I guess I take pride in all of it, but the one that means the most to me is the one at the end of the day. I have had a crazy long day. I've been sitting in consultations and managing people's emotions around how uncomfortable they feel in their skin and wanting to change their health, and then supporting team members and doing the same thing, and then meeting with a client and just all the different hats even within the business I wear.
Like every other hours you're
Yeah.
got a different hat on.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
train a whole lot anymore, so a lot of it is marketing, finances, and sales and
Yeah.
consults.
Yeah.
And all those things take a lot of different types of energy, whether that's like blocking out a few hours. So time blocking is another one to really say like, I'm going to be our chief financial officer and take care of all the bills, look at our financial stats, manage where the money in the business is going so we can keep the engine running.
Yeah.
And then the next few hours might be like, I've got 3 hours back to back in meeting with prospective clients, and I've got to like turn my energy up and be ready to really kind of become more of a chameleon to the person that I'm in front of and
Yeah.
match their energy to help them through the emotions of making a decision to commit to their health. And then at the end of the day, I every single day I sit in the driveway for a second at home. Sometimes you'll know that like, are you home? And I'm like, yeah, I've been sitting out here just trying to process and like finish my last couple of texts, or mentally just kind of like tune into this is time for me to be a dad. I get 1 to 3 hours with them in the evening, and hopefully I got some time with them in the morning. Like I have to give them all of my attention and be all dad in this moment. So that's the one that for me is really like hyper intentional. I think in the morning when I come on to my way to work, like the coffee gets me going and I'm like, all right, here's a day, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm well rested. I've got my morning, my evening routines. So I think routine, time blocking, but it's a juggling act. It's not
Yeah,
balance.
I'm saying like every day is a little different, and every hour here yeah, we're both like, okay, I'm with a client here, I'm doing this computer work here, and I'm here. Yeah, it's just yeah.
We got to learn how to be the type of person you need to be in each aspect of where people want to need to rely on you,
Yeah.
and prioritize the shift in mindset and thought process and energy that has to go along with that.
Yeah, for sure. What's your off day look like when you give yourself permission to relax, or,
Did you say a day off? What is
what's
a
a
day
day
off?
off? What does like a Sunday look like, or what would you like it to look like, or a Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon? Like, because I know sometimes you work Saturday mornings too, but like if you had a day to just do whatever, like what do you want to do with your time?
I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna cook my family a badass breakfast.
You're gonna cook.
You know I cook breakfast, and when I
Oh,
do, it's fire.
okay.
Don't deny it.
Sure.
You cook more often than I do, and I give you all the props for that. But don't act like I can't make a mean breakfast.
Okay.
I mean,
Just
give a man
kidding.
some credit here.
You do cook sometimes, and
Yes. You said when I get a day
you
off.
do a good job.
This is back to
When
the
you get a
juggling
day off,
act.
you're gonna pick
Part
cooking.
of
You're gonna
Brittany's jug.
cook.
Let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
Part of Brittany's juggling is juggling more things at home. Part of my juggling is juggling more things at work.
Yeah.
Brittany loves to cook, and she is a better cook than me, but that does not mean I'm
I
not a
just
good
do it
cook.
more.
Which my point, right?
Yeah.
If I get to choose how I spend my day, I get a whole day, and I get to spend it how I want. I'm gonna wake up after sleeping in a little bit. I'm gonna cook my family a nice breakfast. We're all gonna hang out in the living room. We're gonna go for a walk. When the boys go down for a nap, I'm gonna.
And the boy, the one
Yeah,
boy,
that's true. Only one of them naps
only
now.
one of them naps now.
I'm gonna go take the other one to the gym with me, and we're
Yeah.
gonna work out together. And then I'm gonna come home, and we're gonna get a chance to do something together. And like recharging with the family is the biggest thing. If it's like a true recovery day, I love a good massage.
Yeah.
Getting a chance to, I talked to you about this the other day. I can't do just a 60-minute massage. I need like 90 minutes to fully decompress.
Yeah, I'm like 60 and I'm good. I'm on like the next thing. Like we're good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it takes a minute to break through my layers of ability to relax. I'm
Hmm.
definitely much more, I don't know if high strung is the word.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely more high strung than you are, but I think a good day off for me is not always a full day off. I talked to you about this the other day, this concept that I picked up. Shout out to Coach Jackie. She sent me a podcast a year or two ago, and I think it was Jay Shetty
I thought it was
and,
Ed Milet.
and Ed
Yeah.
Milet. I think it was the two of them.
Yeah.
And Ed Milet was talking about how he splits his days up into thirds, and you could do this into halves. But this is really one way. This goes back to the last question too, how I manage juggling. I look at my days in chunks, and I don't have many days where I can take a full day.
Yeah.
I mean, I take them obviously. I do lean into that, but I like to be like, all right, cool. On a Saturday, I come into the gym, I knock a couple things out in the morning, I get a workout in. Maybe I stop somewhere to do some stuff on the way home, get a massage, whatever, and then spend the back half of the day full on dad mode and get a lean into that. So I think for me, I like what we do for work, so I get charged up by what we do, which is why I don't take a lot of like time off.
You're more of a people person than I am.
1000%.
I'm a big homebody.
Yeah.
You recharge. We did this with our all of our team members.
Yeah, the
But
Myers-Briggs tendency
yeah,
index.
you recharge being around other
I'm an
people.
extrovert.
You're an extrovert. I'm very much an introvert. I'm like, I talked to people for a little bit today. I need to go home and not talk to anybody for the rest of the day now because I'm ready to decompress.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're very different when it comes to that. So my day off,
Yep, let's hear
okay.
it.
Okay. Is it my turn? My day off is I sleep in. Somebody brings me breakfast and a coffee.
Oh my goodness, this seems so contradicting right here. Somebody is trying to bring you that.
And I mean, yeah, of course, if it's like a family day, we're just enjoying, we go for it. We call them pack dubs because you can't say the word walk in front of your dogs unless you're actually gonna go out
You've
for a
seen all the
walk,
videos.
right? So we say we're ready for a pack dub.
Yeah.
I think they even know what that means now, but
Yeah.
going out for like a family
The second you
walk.
pick up a pair of shoes, Griffin is just like all over
Oh
you.
yeah, 100%. Or actually, if I put my socks on, he like knows. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna go somewhere."
Yeah. Am I going? Can I go?
Yeah, he's
Can
like,
I go? Where
where
we
are we
going? Where we
going?"
going?
So we like to, I mean, family walks is big. We try to do that as much as we can when we're all together.
Spending time with the puppies is definitely a big recharge thing too. When I slow
Yeah.
down enough to remember that they're around, I feel so
Oh
bad.
my gosh. Well, yeah, they're like 8, 8.5 now, so they're getting a little older too, but and we're so distracted with work and life and little kids that sometimes they're just along for the ride, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting them out, getting them for
I call them
walks.
puppies, but they're definitely not puppies anymore.
They're our puppies, just like our babies will always be our babies.
Yeah.
Um, I want to just like hang out and watch a movie and read a book and kick my feet
You know
up
what's crazy
and
is when we first
relax.
started dating, you weren't a reader,
No.
but you are absolutely a reader.
Yes.
If I don't know where Brittany's at, or if she's been quiet for a while, you can definitely find her cuddle up under a blanket with her
Kindle.
Kindle.
Yeah.
One of the best gifts I've ever gotten you.
Yeah. It was my push gift after
Yeah.
my first
Yeah.
baby.
Welcome to being a mom.
Welcome to being a mom. Here's
Here's
a
some time
Kindle.
to downgrade or
It's
downregulate.
just it's reading for me has and it's not like self-help books, which I actually prefer to listen to those, like
Hmm.
audiobook, like self-help style books or nonfictions, like maybe somebody's story. But something about a fictional book of just like escaping into another world for a little bit, decompressing your brain from the stressors in the day to day. It's just nice to like go into a story. So I do like to read.
Yeah, music and movement is that for me.
See, I mean, like I like movement too. That's where our walk comes in, or I'll get a workout in. But like, I want to like chill. I'm the opposite of you. You want to go, go, go. I want to chill, chill, chill.
That feels like a good transition point. What do you feel like is your biggest surprise about parenthood for you individually in the context of, building a business and a life together?
I would say you, and people tell you this before you have kids all the time, but like, you really don't know what you do with your time before you have kids.
1000%.
The other day, I was just like thinking, I was like, what did we do with our time after work? What did we do? Nothing. And we thought we were like busy. And I was like, now we're just like, we're so busy. Everybody's busy, but like you got a business, you got kids, you got to make dinner. It's just like it's
Gotta feed the
chaos.
dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like you're always doing something. So I think just like the amount of like just go, go, go and busyness that's required to just like do the things that we're doing or at the point of life that we're in right now is just crazy. I mean, you just don't know it until you're in it, though, you know?
I have these moments. I agree with you 1000% because I see it from the same perspective. There's not really, you just don't like, there's no time off. Like you're a dad
Yeah,
all
unless
the
they're
time.
sleeping.
Yeah.
But even then I'm gonna go to sleep. So
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm like, what do I do now? Everybody's asleep except for me.
yeah,
The other thing is you hear people talk about how fast it goes. And
yeah,
yes, our kids are still young at this point, 2 and 4 years old. And I just have these moments where I kind of like freeze myself in time and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe Elliot is as big as Julian was when we had Elliot, or I can't believe that they're fitting into this outfit, or I can't believe that was 2 years ago or 4 years ago. Just that
totally.
the concept of time has just totally warped
Like
into,
your mom sent a picture the other day
yep,
to us of our firstborn when he was like a baby. And
yep,
I was just like I can't even believe he was that small at one point because he's like as big as he is now. And it's just
yeah,
it's so you're just like, what?
yeah,
He was that small. It's so crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
What is one fitness or health goal that you haven't achieved yet?
Six pack abs.
You've had six
I've had
pack
six
abs
pack abs
before.
before. I've got like a 4 pack
Don't
running
cut
right
yourself
now.
short. You've had
Yeah,
that
I know. I
before.
was just kidding. Yeah, I've definitely been in great shape before. So this is a tough question because I've achieved peak fitness in a lot of different ways. I had a chance to play Division I football. Don't think I ever really felt as good as I could have there because I was too busy drinking and eating and doing college football meathead things,
Yeah.
I have been in great endurance shape before with the ultra.
Yeah.
I've looked aesthetically really good as recent as last the early part of last year. I've been super strong. I've never been exceptionally fast, and I don't think that that's probably in the cards for me. But I don't know. I
You
think
also don't train it,
I don't
so
train it. No, that's which is where after this high rocks, where I'm gonna shift my focus on just
yeah.
being more explosive and maintaining that power, explosive power as I get
Well, by
older.
the
But
time this comes out, the high
we will
rocks
be
will
done with
have
the high
passed.
rocks.
So
Yeah,
are you working on your speed?
uh, I'm gonna mark it now.
Yeah.
That's where I'm headed. But yeah, I don't know that I have a goal that I haven't achieved. And maybe the best way to answer this is I want to be in rock solid shape at 50 years old. You know, I
Yeah.
want to walk into my later years looking like I'm 30 when I'm 50.
Yeah.
I want to be strong and resilient and capable for as long as I can. So it's not a goal that I'm going to just achieve and be like, well, here we are. And I think a lot of people struggle with setting identity and long-term longevity-based goals. So it's always cool when I have conversations with people. I talked to a dude earlier today who was 30, who just got married, about to have a kid. And he's like, I had people in my life that I looked up to when I was younger. And I'm like, that's like my Superman. Like that guy is so in shape. He does it all. He's kind. He's got a great heart, but I wouldn't mess with him. So I want to be that dad and that grandpa that
Yeah.
when, people meet him like, shit, this dude's in shape, but he's kind and he's not a jerk and
Yeah.
he looks the part. He can keep up.
Yeah, for sure. No, that makes sense.
What about you?
I think my goals are ever evolving and
Yep.
always changing. Like I've done some cool stuff. I've done like the bodybuilding. You know what I mean? Like I've done things and now we're training for a high rock. So it's like, okay,
We just finished
cool.
the High Rocks
Oh,
actually.
we finished it by this time. But
47 minutes.
oh my God, yeah, right. Running is not our strong suit. That's what's going to hold us back a little bit. So we'll be curious how we do.
Uh,
But I don't know. I don't have like, I don't know, because after we get this done, I'll be like, okay, what is like the next thing that I want to
yeah.
do? So I don't know that I have one that I like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this yet. It's like, well, what do I want to do next?
Yep.
There's just always time for like doing the next thing. So kind
Yep.
of just like to pick one and then focus on it. And then it's like, we'll see how that goes. And then we'll see what I'm interested in next. So
Well, I think going back to anyone who hadn't listened to some of the early episodes, like you did the bikini bodybuilding
yeah,
stuff. I remember, I think every dude does this, so I don't need to catch any judgment for this, but when you first start seeing a girl, especially in today's day and age, like you go to their Instagram or Facebook
their social
profiles
profile.
and
Yeah.
you just start scrolling. And I
Yeah.
remember one of the first things whenever we first started talking, it's like, oh my God, she's done bikini modeling before. And you had some like pictures that you had done or like a photo shoot you did
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
something when you were in
A
Reno.
friend who like was making swimsuits
Yeah, it
and
was just
stuff.
funny.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I feel like you've done that. You did
I mean, I
some
did like a
powerlifting. Yeah,
powerlifting stint and then,
yeah.
I've dabbled in that. I haven't done like ultras or long distance like running things. So
Hmm.
maybe I'm up for an ultra
Let's do
next.
it. Let's do a long run or hike
Or
together.
I
I'd
had
be
a
cool with
friend
that.
ask me, she was like, when you're done training this high rocks, do you want to do like a half marathon with me? And I've never done a half
Hard
marathon
pass.
before. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious what I'll be up for. Yeah, we'll
Ever
see.
evolving.
It's ever evolving. We'll see.
So we'll shift gears a little bit here and get into more business and behind the scenes things.
Yeah. What's been the single most pivotal decision in building Avexia that people might not know about?
You probably already know about it, but I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it 1,000 times more. We did not do it without the influence of other people who could help us figure out what to make it look like, aka hiring a coach or a mentor.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of money on coaching, mentorships, partnerships. Having the right team around you to build something bigger than what you can do on your own is absolutely a non-negotiable. And being able to get started with some confidence from seeing other people who had created the results we were looking for and to give us framework. I mean, we did all the work. So
Yeah, we did all the work, but just like, what do we do? Where do we start? How do we build this system?
what
How do
happens
we
when I get
do
to this
this?
problem?
Yeah, just like having resources and people who have either been there or can help us work through those kinds of things has been crucial to just helping us navigate the growth and what needs to happen to grow and to sustain.
There's something that I've seen people talk about. It's called the theory of constraints. This is an Alex Hormozy thing. But at every level of business, you end up running into a new problem.
Yeah.
And it's not just him that's talked about this. I've seen like Grant Cardone and a bunch of the other big business influencers talk about when you get to a certain level of performance, then you run into a problem with your fulfillment or your acquisition or your your retention or whatever that might be. And that's been something that we've had to learn through investing in coaching programs and mentorships and other things to help us figure out how to navigate. Like, inevitably, we're going to run into the next challenge and what happens when we get there.
Yeah.
But really, to get us off the ground, that was huge. And then another note on here is how we started the podcast. I think that there's definitely some insight there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Liz Wolf, who we've interviewed recently.
Yeah.
She's been a long-term client, has had a lot of success in podcasting. So I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Yeah.
Luckily, she got us hooked up with Nate. Shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate,
our producer here, who has been a game changer. But it goes back to the same thing I talked about. You have to have a team of experts who can help you with the things that you're not good at or the things you just need help with. And that's been absolutely instrumental and game changing for us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, which this kind of goes into the next question is, how do you decide what topics you cover on the podcast and how do we pick those out?
Originally, it was really easy. I think the first 5 episodes, we were like, we need to tell our story. We need to tell the story of Avexa. We need to talk about our methodology.
Yeah.
We need to give people a broad stroke over what we do and who we are. So if you haven't listened to those and you're just now tuning in, that's a really good place to start. We tried to start the podcast by telling the story of who we are. So the first, I think it's 10 episodes are telling our story individually, the story of how Avexia came to life, the methodology we've built, the team that we've built.
Yeah.
We've interviewed all of our coaches.
Yeah.
Felt like that was natural. And then really just starting to
topics that we come across here in the business, you know, fitness industry conversations and topics that people talk about here. You're learning through consultations. Our clients are talking to us about these things. So it's things that we are hearing regularly. We want to elaborate on them or go deeper on them than some of the surface level stuff that you see on social media. It's let's go into it. Let's talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think really it'll be interesting to see because we've got a lot of ambition to continue pumping episodes out on a weekly basis. I think that'll continue to evolve as we roll into next year. I mean, a weekly episode ends up being 50 to 52 episodes a year if we don't take any weeks off. And, that's why we like the Q&As. So shout out to everybody in the community who has asked some of these things. It gives us stuff to talk about. But, it's really about what's on our minds, on our hearts, in our industry, and what we run into on a regular basis. And then also meeting with people we respect who do things outside of our scope that mesh well. I mean, the last episode that we did, we had Mike on from New Age, and we've had plenty of other professionals in our network, and we'll continue to interview other people in the KC area that are high performers and, businesses that mesh well with what we do and people that align with our beliefs.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. What's the biggest misconception people have about the fitness and wellness industry right now?
That everybody is always the most fit person you've ever seen. I was talking about this when we were discussing social media strategy recently. And I was like, you know what? Let's just see what everybody else is posting. And then we'll try to find a way to create our own unique blend of what that can look like and find the ability to do a little bit of what everybody's looking for, but more of what makes us stand out and more clearly speaks to the type of people we want to impact or the people who are going to resonate with our message. And when we looked it up, it was just a bunch of fitness influencers. And of course, the people you see who have a ton of followers are going to look great, but just because someone looks the part doesn't mean that they understand what's going on. And I do believe that you have to look the part to be able to sell it because of exactly that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because someone looks fit doesn't mean that they have their shit together.
Or I think it's also just because you see 10 fitness influencers online, that's 1% of the world or whatever. You know what I mean? It's
Not
you go
even.
walk outside and
of a percent.
point to a fit person when you go out into a public space. You go to the grocery store
I mean, every time we go to any type of events with our kids, I'm amazed at how unhealthy people look.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And I don't mean that to talk down on society, but man, it's wild. We'll go to the pumpkin patch or something. I'm just man, none of these people really take that great a care of themselves. And I don't think that a lot of people know how much better they could feel.
Totally.
So it's
geographically, that is impactful too, because we're in the middle of the country. I think if you go coast to coast, that you'll
see it anywhere in the US.
You'll see it anywhere, but there's more fit people walking around
in some areas
than others. But in Kansas City, it is a little.
Sorry, Kansas City.
But that's why we are here.
Yeah, that's
come see us out of Exia.
No, I mean that with full respect.
Well, yeah, but it's just like you can go online and find what you want really quickly. But if you go out in the real world, like you're not gonna,
Instagram is not reality.
Instagram is not reality.
Yeah, so that's probably the easiest way to answer that question.
Correct.
How do you measure success in your business beyond membership numbers or revenue?
So, I mean, there's a couple different ways, right? One of them is just like we call them like non-scale victories. Like how successful are our clients getting results that don't revolve around the weight that they lost, right? I think we talked about this one, but like if somebody's able to like do something in their daily life that they're so proud of, what did,
I'm not going to talk about her name.
no, but a client said like she did something
She's
that,
able, so there's a bunch of them. We talked about
yeah, I
one
mean, we
in
could
one
pull
of the
them up
last
if
few
you'd go.
episodes we recorded about moving a granite countertop with her husband.
Yeah.
Another one is like picking up my 40-pound bag of dog food.
Yeah.
Another one is like keeping up with my kids, being able to go out and play rec sports,
Yeah, so
being
it has
able to
nothing to
climb a mountain,
do
you know?
with how much weight that they lost, but they're getting stronger and that's impacting them in their personal life in ways that you just maybe don't even think about until you get to do something that you haven't been able to do before, right?
Yeah. Retention. That's a big one.
Retention, how
Yeah.
long people stay with us.
Which is a direct influence to the results they're getting, the experience they're getting, how much they enjoy the environment, the community. We put a ton of effort into every little detail of our process, our environment. We put things that smell good in here. We have cleaning crews that
But
come in
they're
and deep clean.
non-toxic
They're
things that
non-toxic
smell
things.
good.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure everybody
It's
knows it's
non-toxic.
non-toxic. Yeah. We have lighting in here that's done a certain way. I
Yeah.
mean, every little detail, every message that goes out to a client, every process, every system, every step has really been intentional to help make sure that people enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
Because this, let's be real, the reason a lot of people are unhealthy is one, because the barbecue in Kansas City is fantastic, but two, because it is hard. And if you don't enjoy the process of it, you're not going to do it. And I
Yeah.
think that being able to get people to enjoy it, to stay longer and to be a part of something special, which I truly feel like we have been able to create, that's a big victory because it means a lot more to me than like how much money we make. And that's cool too. But
It's a direct correlation of how
yeah,
successful the business is,
yeah.
right?
And the longer people stay, ironically, that gets us the things that we would selfishly want from being business owners as well, you know?
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's always been more about the impact we make. If we wanted to get into something that was purely for financial gain, I wouldn't have gotten into fitness
Yeah.
because it's definitely not the best place to go to make $1 million overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a slower game.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, retention, non-scale victories, just the day to day. I mean, like the energy around the space.
Yeah.
Like yesterday before one of our staff meetings, we were all joking around about like Harry Potter trivia, and like there's just
Why
you're
wasn't I
like,
there?
I know you weren't. I was telling everybody about how I think that they'll give you a run for your money. We have some very educated Harry Potter fans in
Just
our
one,
society.
right? Dalen.
No, Brent was rattling off things
Oh,
that I
Brent.
would never, I've never heard
Oh,
you talk about.
okay.
Morgan's on the game too, so yeah, you
We
better
might need to
watch
have a
out.
trivia
I
day.
literally said for our staff holiday party, we need to do it like Harry Potter trivia.
Oh my gosh.
And if you're not a Harry Potter fan, you're like these nerds.
Sorry, I don't
But
know.
just watch
We
it.
can't
Like
be friends
it's
then. I'm so
that
sorry.
was a non-negotiable, yeah, early on in our relationship.
Yeah, it
I said,
was.
if you don't watch these movies with me, we can't be
And
together.
like them.
Yeah. But no, I just think the energy around it too. Like that, there's these moments in life. I think about them when I was in sports teams and family vacations and work cultures and environments and community events we've had where there's just like just an energy that's unique. And the more we can create that, the more successful I feel like we are.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this flows into the next one is like, how do you keep your voice authentic rather than just chasing trends? So in the podcast, in our business, just here at the gym.
I think we say what's true to us and on our hearts, and you and I are pretty direct people. Like we don't really have a hard time being real with people. Luckily, we've both had enough practice, and I have not always been good at this. I know you haven't either, and we're still not perfect at it, but being able to articulate our thoughts relatively well
Yeah.
and be thoughtful in the way that we communicate. I was just sharing this with somebody that's in a leadership role here the other day about how the younger leadership version of myself was probably a little bit more abrasive because I couldn't wrap my head around why everybody else didn't think about doing things at a certain standard.
Well, I think we're pretty straightforward people. We're honest and we've been in the industry a long time, so we don't like chase trends because we just know what longevity looks like. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, we might participate in something here or there that is a trend, but that doesn't mean like we base our entire business around trends, right?
Well, I think you got to hop on the train when there's an opportunity and a reason to,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Well, and the fitness industry is ever evolving. So
yep.
like new things are coming up all the time, or new research is no, this is the best. No, this is the best. And it's like, okay, what do we know for sure is good for you, regardless of what's trending right now, which is the base. And then yeah, if we dabble in this or that, cool, it's great.
Well, I think the thing that's important to cover here is that trends are things that come and go,
Yeah.
but
We want our
living,
business to last. So
yeah, yeah, 1000%. Well, I mean,
yeah.
think about this.
Yeah.
There's a couple of small, like boutique franchise group fitness studios that have popped up in Kansas City and gone out of business
Yeah.
because they were really trying to lean into one trend, all the crazy lights, the quick 25-minute hit classes, or
Yeah.
the things that are like really catchy.
Yeah.
Those things don't stick because they're not great for longevity. They're great for a moment, they get your attention, but they don't keep people coming back.
Yeah.
The things that keep people coming back are authentic conversations and relationships, which are hard to find in the social
Real
media age.
lifestyle
Yeah,
changes, which
yeah.
is, yeah.
And like you said, we don't want to follow a trend because that's something that can yield us more opportunity. We will only follow a trend if it's something that gives us a better chance to serve the community that we have.
Yeah.
And we build that into just our system and the way we do things, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're just blunt and to the point. We're like, this
Well,
is
yeah,
how it is.
yeah, but I think in order to be authentic, you have to be yourself, and it's hard because you don't want people to judge you for being a certain type of way, but I'd rather be respected than liked, and I think eventually people will like you if they respect
You just
you.
have to find the crowd of people that make
Correct.
sense for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we've gone through that before where we've tried to do certain things
Yeah.
and the type of people it brought us or that we came across, it's
Yeah.
just like, man, this is not our crowd.
Yeah.
And when you do start to speak in a way that attracts the environment and the people that you want to create, it's wildly refreshing. So we've just leaned into things that have given us what we wanted to and put the right kind of energy out into the world to keep the right things coming back.
We just be ourselves.
Yeah. Be you.
You be you.
Yep.
How do you handle burnout or the risk of it in business, life?
I think burnout's one of those things that happens when you aren't tied to your passion or your purpose or you don't have a vision.
Yeah.
If you don't know where you want to go or why you're doing it or what it's going to take and what sacrifices are necessary, and you can't stay connected to the vision, the why, the purpose, the drive, it's going to make it really hard because things are not going to be easy all the time. There are
Yeah.
sacrifices required in what
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
You're going to have to work long hours. You're going to have to miss certain things. You're going to have to do things you don't like, the boring work. We talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
But if you're tied into this vision, you know where you're going, you know why you're going there, and you have a drive and a purpose and a why and a burning desire that gets you where you want to be,
Yeah.
I think it's easier to navigate burnout because you got to
You just have to
distinguish what
shift the
burnout
mind.
is.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
have to change your mindset around like, well, why am I starting to feel this way?
Yep.
What's the why? Like go back to the why am I doing this? What is it for? What's the outcome I'm looking for? You just have to reestablish why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah.
What's one thing you wish you had known earlier about running a business?
That it's time consuming.
The freedom looks different than I think
Yeah.
you maybe initially expect.
Yes, there's flexibility in how you do things, but it's also still takes a lot of your time and energy. Like just because we're at home doesn't mean we're not talking about the business. And that's
Or working.
or working from
Yeah.
home on our phones, on
Going
our
back to like, what do
computer,
you do on a nice day off? I'm like, there's never really a full
because we're always like
disconnect
working on,
unless we go on vacation. We've got a good enough team that we can separate if we want to, right?
yeah, yeah. But like in general, like
Yeah.
it's just like it's always on your mind versus like when I was at a 9 to 5 job before, we had our first kid and I started staying home. It was like the second I left work, boom, out of my mind. I didn't even think about it until I had to be
I remember I used
there
to
the
ask you
next
about your day and
day.
you're like, whatever.
I'm just like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Like
Yeah.
that part of my day is done. I have no desire to talk about what my day was. But now it's like our business and personal life are so kind of involved and mixed in
They're
together.
integrated.
They're integrated.
Yeah.
That's a great word.
I knew where you're
They're
going.
integrated. And so I think it's just like it never stops. So even though we're at home, that doesn't mean we're not thinking or conversing about different things in business or life,
Yeah, you get to be your own boss, but you also have to be your own boss.
which you're pretty good at. Not everybody can do that though. Not everybody can hold themselves accountable to
Yep.
doing things that have to get done to have the business move and go forward. But you're pretty good about being disciplined enough to do the things that need to get done.
Yeah, just for anyone that's wondering like how I manage that, I think about what happens to other people if I don't do my part.
Well, because we're not responsible for just our lives. We have 6 other team members that we're
Yep.
providing for,
Yeah, you got to take pride in
right?
what you do for other people and show up in the way that you want them to show up for you or you want someone else to show up for you. And if you ever had an opportunity to work with a great coach or leader or a mentor or had a parent that or anybody in your life that was really impactful to you, they were probably pretty consistent and you could probably rely on them
Yeah.
and you probably knew what you're going to get. And I think that's something that I take a ton of pride in. I want people to know who I am, what I'm about, what they can get from me, and that they can rely on me if they really need something.
Yeah.
And that they don't have to wonder if they're going to get their paycheck on time or if their boss is going to be a dick at work today or if somebody's going to be able to help them with their question without making them feel like they are personally attacked. And don't get me wrong, I'm a human. I have my moments like anybody, but the more experience you get and the more you practice it and the more intentional you are about what kind of what kind of connection you want to build with the people that you serve.
Yeah.
Leadership is 100% a burden, but an opportunity. And I think the beautiful thing behind that is you get a chance to change people's lives the same way we do in our line of work.
Yeah.
And for us now, it's more about serving our coaches than it is our community.
Because our coaches serve our community.
Correct.
So we have to serve them so their cup is filled.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we're going to run through some rapid fire questions. We'll do a few of them for each of us individually.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a few of them. I go, you go.
These are just like random personal questions.
Yeah,
Whatever. They're
just some
not
fun
like
things to cap it off.
Yeah. Just thought it'd be fun to
Who's
mix
up first?
it up. I will read my questions for you. So
Go.
I'm gonna ask you questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite workout song or type of music that you listen to when you work out?
I think it depends on the mood that I'm in. I know that that's a horribly not rapid fire answer.
Well, I honestly didn't expect you to answer rapid fire because I don't think that you could give like 2-word answers ever.
Yeah, well, it's not a straightforward question, you know. I'll say rop. Yep, that's it. Rop.
Rock and rap.
There it is. That's my rapid fire. Rop. That was authentic as shit because I didn't look at these questions before.
You didn't.
No.
I did because I put them together.
Yeah.
But
Rap
okay, so
music.
rap. That's great. Rock and rap. Are we clarifying that?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, just depending on your mood.
Yep.
All right. What's one piece of gym equipment you couldn't live without? Now, I know this is a hard question because you
I love
love
gym equipment.
tools.
Some people collect like baseball cards.
You collect gym equipment
1000%. That's why we have a gym.
and tib raises and neck strengtheners.
I didn't get the neck strengthener. Okay, so I sent Brittany. This is I sent this
Not rapid fire.
not rapid fire. I sent Brittany this thing that I've seen people talk about. It's called the iron neck, and I have a pretty thick neck from like playing football and doing jujitsu
Wearing
and
pads and just using your neck a
running into
lot.
shit with my head.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to help any tension I get in my neck from those things. And I sent Brittany the link to this. And I'm like, I want this for Christmas. I can't justify paying for it. It's too expensive. And you're like, I'm not getting it for you. Like, you already have a big neck. And if you look at their website, it is advertised to add muscle mass to your neck. And I'm like, but it'll make my deep cervical flexors more.
And I'm like, but your neck is already so wide, like you don't need a bigger neck.
Yeah, so it's not the iron neck. That's not my favorite piece of equipment because I'm probably not going to get that. I would say a kettlebell because of the versatility.
Yeah.
That's a very safe answer.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Most used phrase you say every week.
Oh man, there's a lot of them. Morgan gives me a hard time about saying brother to everybody I talk to, like every dude.
You
She's
do
like,
it to all the men.
That
Yeah.
to all the dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, what's up, brother? Like, how you doing?
Yeah.
Or 100%.
Yeah,
I say
you
that a lot.
a lot.
Or like right on. I say right on a lot.
You know what? When I was picking this question, something popped in my mind. Again, this is not rapid fire, sorry. But it was early on in our relationship. The thing that you used to say the most that drove me absolutely
We'll figure it
up
out.
the wall was like, we'll figure it out. And I would always be like, yeah, I know that's what I'm trying to do right now. And you're like, yeah, we'll figure it out. And I'm like, I know that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's figure it out right now.
Like this conversation is us trying
You know what's
to
funny
figure
is
it
you're
out.
just as guilty about saying that now, and
I'm
I've rubbed
sure.
off on you.
I'm sure.
Because when you're trying to juggle kids, dogs, business, relationship, personal health,
Yeah.
some minute level of social interaction with people, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I laughed. What's one thing you do every day that keeps you sharp? Mentally, physically, whatever.
Eat.
Yeah.
I mean, food.
Yeah.
I'm not a big faster. Like I've tried fasting before and I felt good after doing it, but like I gotta get food in my body.
Yeah.
I know that sounds so simple.
I mean, you need glucose for your brain to work.
Yeah, I'd say eat and move, but I don't get to move as much some days as I would like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
Eat.
eat.
Hey, that's a solid answer.
Yeah. It's the best
What
rapid fire question we got.
what's your favorite meal or treat that you'll never give up?
Pizza.
Yeah.
No brainer.
Yeah.
Give me a three meat pizza, some black olives and mushrooms on it,
Yeah.
some thin, crunchy crust.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and order spin
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Do
dinner
we
this
need to get
evening.
that for dinner?
Yeah. So you said we don't have a protein,
I
so
know. I
we're
do need to
probably
figure
eating
that
pizza
out.
tonight. Yep. Cool. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
You picked your own rapid fire questions. This is so unfair. It's all right though. All right, here we go. Morning routine. Go.
I don't have one.
The kids wake me up.
The kids wake me up. I'm not a mom. I'm not in my mom life where I wake up at 5 a.m. and I do this and I do that. And I've tried and I'm like, yeah, I'll set my alarm. I'll do it. No,
This is hilarious because
right
just a few days
now,
ago I was
I pick
like,
sleep.
"Hey, you should probably get up and
And
run."
I was like, yeah, I'll just do it
And
later.
she's like, "What time do you have to leave?" And I'm like, "I gotta be out of the house by 8 to get to an 8:30 appointment." And you're like, "Nah,
I'm
I'm out."
I'll pick sleep over a lot of other things right now.
So
So
your morning routine is sleeping.
my morning routine is sleeping as long as I can until I
I mean, you do
absolutely have
brush your
to get
teeth. You're
up.
not a big coffee person every morning. Some
I
mornings you
mean, I
do,
drink
some mornings you don't.
most mornings I do, but I'll drink like water. I don't drink my coffee right away. I drink it like a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have like a routine.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't wake up at 5 and do my
So if
journaling
we
and
flipped
do
it in
this.
the evening routine, I think I'll answer for you. Reading would definitely be one of those things. You read like every night before you go to bed.
Well, it's kind of like 30 minutes. I get in bed and that's my like decompression time. That's where like, okay, my brain is turning off from everything that happened in the day and it's moving into just like relax. Like I fall asleep reading. Like that's
Yeah.
how I like I'll read for 20, 30 minutes and all of a sudden I'm like gone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't live without wellness product or a beauty product. I know you are
I
into
mean, I have like a
skincare.
skincare routine. I don't know what woman in her 30s doesn't anymore. I don't know if I have like one. I mean, I do love like the barefaced toning pads. If I had to pick a skincare product, I
There you
really
go.
like that one.
No
Uh,
affiliation.
yeah, no affiliation. But wellness product, honestly, is probably like electrolytes. I literally drink electrolytes every single day. And if I don't, like I notice it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite type of exercise?
I mean, I would have to say, as of late, probably mat Pilates. I mean, I'm doing it twice a week because I teach class, and I feel so good with it. I
Yeah, you used to
really
have like
like
some
it.
residual deep stability issues from playing volleyball that I really don't hear you talk much about since you
Yeah,
started
and
teaching
and
that
then
more.
carrying kids,
Yeah.
like, shifting your hip one way or another to like hold your kid. But
Brittany could probably hold a plank longer than me. We've gotten in a plank challenge, but she gave up because she was bored.
I
And I was shaken and determined not to
I
lose.
could have gone longer, but I was like, oh, I hit this mark. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, I could have beat you, but I didn't.
No, but I do. I like mat Pilates a lot. I feel just more stable and aligned and just strong in my core. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you weren't working in the fitness industry, what would your career be?
I am so fascinated with genetics and every time I talk about how our kids like how reproduction works and genetics and just like I think it's so fascinating. Like studying DNA would be wild. Now I'd have to go back to school for that. So that's
Yeah,
like a whole different career path. But every time I talk about genetics with somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, your kid looks like you. And I'm like, I know, isn't that so crazy? Isn't that wild?
yeah,
I think it's so interesting.
yeah. I think they'd be pretty fascinating
Yeah,
to
it would
dive
be
into.
so fascinating.
What's your guilty pleasure snack or show when you have time off?
I mean, as you know, I love popcorn. That's kind of like a go-to like
What's that brand that we need
snack.
that's like tastes like
Lesser evil.
theater brand, but it's
Yeah.
not
It's lesser
theater
evil and
quality?
it's like in the bag already. You can
Yeah,
get a really big bag at Costco, which is
and we
dangerous.
do.
And we do. But popcorn is just like a salty, crunchy snack that I just like. I will
Okay,
smash popcorn. And show, don't get me started. You
okay,
could get me started. I'll talk about, I mean, Friends is a go-to.
yep,
Harry Potter's always like an easy throw on. I don't know.
yep.
I got a lot of different like favorite shows that are like nice to just like throw on when you need something.
New Girl,
New
Suits,
New Girl, Suits. Yeah.
Dexter.
Dexter.
That
I
wasn't a
mean,
guilty pleasure. That was just a great
we
series.
liked like Yellowstone too. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like I like good shows. Yeah.
Okay. I'll power through these last few and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Early bird or night owl? Night
Um,
owl.
a day bird.
Yeah, a day hawk. We'll call it
A
that.
day hawk.
I'm a night owl for sure.
You're a night owl. I'm not.
Sweet or salty?
Salty all day.
Mm,
I could give up dessert forever if I could have salty, crunchy snack.
I'm gonna say both.
Okay.
I know
Beach
that's not
vacation or mountain vacation?
mountain.
Yeah, mountain. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a beach, but like I would pick a mountain.
Podcast or music?
When you're driving. We listen to music at the gym all day long, so when I'm in my car, I'm like listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
I don't listen to music in my car hardly ever because we just have it on
I'm
all the
just more of a
time
music person than you are.
at the gym. I get like bored of music.
You just don't know enough of it.
Okay. What's your favorite local Kansas City spot to eat at or to go to?
We got a couple go-tos.
We
That
don't.
depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
We are horrible at rapid fire. This has been the longest rapid fire ever.
Like, I have to go,
I
bro.
know you. I know you got somewhere to be. But yeah, best place to eat. We'll name off a few of our favorites for barbecue: Q39 or Casey Joe's.
I pick Casey Joe's over Q39.
It depends on what you're getting.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're getting for.
I'm getting a barbecue pulled pork sandwich, so
I'm going burn ends most of the time.
yeah.
For pasta, I know you like North Italia.
I like North. We like Rye a lot. That's always like a favorite kind of date night spot for us
Yeah,
to
what's
go
the
to
spot
Rye.
downtown that used to be have one? They used to have one on
Rock
Leland.
Hill
Rock Hill
Grill.
Grill.
Yeah,
That's a really good
that's a
one.
really good one.
If we
But
drink,
like
that's a good place for a
breakfast
cocktail.
spots, I mean, we go to First Watch a lot.
Homegrown, we've been there a couple times.
Homegrown
It's
is
pretty
newer
awesome.
in Kansas
Yeah.
City. That's been a really nice addition to like brunch spots.
We'll hit the shack every once in a while.
Coffee is Apogee. Apogee
Yeah, in Olathe.
in Olathe. It's connected to the
They
ROKC
do a really good job with coffee there.
facility.
Yeah,
Yeah, their coffee
good
is,
laid back vibe.
yeah. So,
Yeah, those are most of our spots.
yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the
Yeah.
Q&A. Brittany's got somewhere to be, so we're gonna shut it down.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, deuces.
This episode of the HigherForm podcast is powered by Avexia Health and Performance, your home for smart training, simple nutrition, and real accountability. Built to help you look, feel, and perform your best. Whether you're just getting started or chasing your next level, visit AvexiaKC.com to learn more and start building your higher form today.